Hari Om, Namaste, welcome. Welcome to this class of VrndarakaVaniVilasah, second series, Chandas. Today is the 9th session, the second last session. Let us begin with the Prarthana. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, Yo Vai Vedamscha Prahinoti Tasmai, Tamhadevam Atma Buddhi Prakasham, Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Saraswati Namastubhyam, Varade Kamarupini, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhir me sada. So we had almost understood all the Ganas, how they are made, and we have done a lot of things on Shloka. We had also tried to map the Shloka definition on a Shloka in the last class. Let us still see what we have did in the last class systematically. We have done types of Chandas, that is Matra and Vritta. Then we saw how the Shloka emerged into this world. There was a poetic, emotional outburst along with a beautiful meter. This meter was first introduced through the mouth of Valmiki into this world. It was a beautiful story. We also discussed that. Then how Anushtuk, Chandas and Shloka are different, and how is the Shloka arrangement, a different arrangement from Samavrittas, Vishamavrittas and Ardha Samavrittas. It's totally entirely different. It doesn't fall into any category. Then how a Shloka is defined in a Shloka. Then we had also seen the concept of Vrittas, especially Samavrittas. Then we did this definition, Shloke Shashtam Guru Jnayam, Sarvatra Laghu Panchamam, Dvichatuf Padayor Rasvam, Saptamam Dirgham Anyayoho. This is a very important Shloka. So if you concentrate on that, the 5th letter, the 6th letter and the 7th letter are given the rules. 7th letter has 1 and 3, 1 equal to 3 and 2 equal to 4. Like that, we have all discussed all these points. Today, we are going to culminate all what we have learned. Okay, we are going to see the criteria how to analyze a Samavritta. When a Vritta like Shardula Vikridita or a Vasanta Tilaka or a Prithvi or anything of like that, this category comes to us. Okay, then how to what to do with that, how to go step by step to make our analysis and learn what Vritta it is, because on seeing we don't know. There are many kinds of Vrittas, many kinds of combinations. They say that more than 1,000 Vrittas are there, more than 1,000 combinations have been like enlisted by people. Okay, so they are possible also. Even you and I also can make some Vrittas if we have that what is called as creativity and guts and new thinking. If we have such things, we can also make some Vritta. We can also make some rhythms based and Laghu, Ruguru based, some kind of beautiful combination if we like it. Okay, spoken and unspoken, there are like something called Vachana Kavitvam, but sometimes that Vachana Kavitvam also comes into the rhythm. Okay, so they are like Bhaja Govindam, and all such like these are like sometimes there are Chandas or non-Shastrik rhythms also, which are very beautiful, especially when we watch the Hindi Kavitvam, Hindi Kavitae, when they write, they use so many beautiful rhythm-based compositions that they don't fall into these kinds of Shastrik Vrittas, but they are still very beautiful. But we are not analyzing all that. We are doing it on a Shastrik basis. I'm just telling about the beauty, how it comes out and how we can also do it. But when you see it, you might mistake it for a Samavritta. It might not be defined in a Shastra. Okay, so in Hindi I was lot like it used to like Khoob Ladi Mardani wo to Jhansi wali Rani thi. All those kinds of like Vrittas would always attract me more than the poetry inside them, more than the content inside them. The rhythm would always be very alluring. Okay, so I would just concentrate on that. We might confuse ourselves with the idea that when we see such rhythms, oh, maybe this is also any beautiful vritta from some shastra, but it might not be the case. So we should be careful about that. Okay. So if it is a samavritta, then all these steps will work. Okay. Let us see how it goes. Take a samavritta padya. Okay, because we are not dealing about ardhasama and vishama, etc. Matra vrittas, we are not dealing. That's why. So if we come across a samavritta padya, then what we should do? Write the first pada on a paper in Devanagari. Okay, Devanagari is the best way because my learning background was in Devanagari, and then I feel that is more compatible with the Sanskrit language because of that akshara concept, because of that ligages and all that we have already discussed in very much detail. Then read aloud the pada carefully. This really helps us to identify the rhythm, and do it twice or thrice, not just once. Okay, if you come across pada, then you just try it out, read it out. Okay. So how to identify a pada? Now this is the important question. Okay, padya is divided into 4 lines that we know, but if we have seen that Anushtup Chandas, they write in 1 line, like Vishma Vishnu Vashatkaro, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu also continues in the same line, and then they put a danda. After that, Bhutabrit Bhava, Bhutatma, Bhutapha. Then 2 dandas they put. So we think that this Anushtup Chandas, for most of the times, I used to think that Anushtup Chandas is 2 lines only. After that, when I learned all these like Shloka Shashtam Guru Jnayam, all that, and then number of letters is 8 and all, then I was like, it was a like new knowledge for me that it was like a shift in my thinking and understanding. So for that, we have to know how to identify a pada. Okay, first. Okay, so how to identify? I'll just show in the next this one page, in the next slide I'll show. Then count the number of aksharas in 1 pada. Okay. After that, so follow the Devanagari akshara concept in counting, not Western. Okay, that this might it does not, but it might disturb you. It might mislead you. Maybe I feel so because of the affinity with the Devanagari, because of the inclination in my bent towards Devanagari. I feel that okay, maybe the Western concept of the breaking the syllable and all this might distract us. I feel so. That's why I just tell it. It's a caution note. Okay. Mark the book. Okay. What if we don't know Devanagari? Then we are Indians. We have our mother tongue languages. We have our scripts. So sometimes the Samskrita shlokas and padyas come to us in our own script also. We can use our own scripts also. That is also okay. Then mark the gurus and laghus based on the 4 criteria. Okay. Refer to a later slide for a detailed step-wise criteria. I'll go to that. So until here, so this point I want to see after the second point. So how to identify a pada? I will show you that. This is the usual way of writing the padya. Though it's a very common understanding thing, still I made it a point to show it so that you might not, you need not get confused later. Usually the Anushtup Chandas are like 2 lines, but all the other vrittas we find in this way because usually the page size, etc., are not very compatible for writing these padyas in at a stretch with the 2 lines continuing in 1 pankti. The 2 padas continuing in 1 pankti, it is not always possible. Okay, so we see that padyas are usually printed in the text in this way, and when we are asked to write on a paper also, we don't write it as a sentence like usual. Like Rama went to the forest, Lakshmana accompanied him, then Sita was also like, she also wanted to come along. So she just, like this, the sentences will not be written. Like we need not write it cut into equal parts and write these sentences. Okay, we don't count the words in these sentences and then cut into it or write. We don't write sentences in such a way. But when it comes to padya, we are very careful when writing. Okay, even when we compose or when we write others' compositions, we do follow this until where, because I had to learn the writing because the Telugu padya, not Samskritam. Samskritam usually it has like the line pankti ends with a, mostly it ends with a word, like a complete word. Even when it does not end, then it gives us a how, like in the correct word, because yati rule, because of the yati rule, we cut it in the correct form at the end of the word inside a compound also. If it has like the constituent parts of a compound, like Bhasmendu Rindur Ganga. So Bhasmendu Rindur Ganga, then what he did, he didn't write Dur. Do you observe here? Previously the old days, good old days, they did not write like this. I mean, dur like that, they would not write a half consonant at all. Okay. So the r you will find only at the beginning of the next line only. So arga is one ligature in Devanagari. Okay. So what happened? Bhasmendu Rindu. Bhasmendu Rinduhu Ganga. So Induhu is a constituent, this one of a compound. If you see here, Nikunja Pujat. So Nikunja Pujat are like after the Pujat, Pinjala, etc. are there. But here Nikunja completes one word, one constituent word of the longer compound. So he broke it there. But in Telugu, what happens, you know, like when they have the vrittas, they write one letter of a word at the end of this line and then write the next part here. Next part in the second line. It is allowed in Telugu. So that was a little Brahmaka for me. I was like, oh, it's not a word end. So how pa yaka chala durmi? When they say pa yaka, the pa will be written in the end of the above line and yaka will come down, because Telugu has the prasa niyama. I didn't discuss this at all. Prasa is the second letter rhyming or the same category, like in the Vargakshara, same Vargakshara it must be. Like if he uses ka, he should use only ka as the second letter of every pada. So that rule is more prominent in Telugu. That's why what they do, they write pa in the above and yaka in the. So pa yaka is one word, pa yaka chala durmi. So the yaka will get the beat, not pa yaka. So we were like, oh, it was more tough writing Telugu padyas systematically. But you know, Samskrita padyas are very they are not difficult at all in this regard, because they follow the yati. As my professor sir has told me, he is more experienced than me, is much more experienced than me. And he says usually Samskrita poets who are original, like non-Telugu, I mean original means Telugu people, we are all from different Indian languages working with Sanskrit, and it was the same case before some eras also. Okay, they all had their own mother tongues, and then a Sanskrit scholar from Marathi mother tongue, a Sanskrit scholar from a Gujarati mother tongue, they will be there. So when they are influenced by the original Sanskrit poetry, they learned the poetry and writing systems and developed from the Sanskrit directly, would not indulge into such activities. But you know, Telugu people, because they are influenced by the Telugu way of writing systems, obviously they start applying it into, because I know one very good lady who writes Sanskrit verses, all vrittas she writes. She's a very good poetess. I really like her ideas, the way she expresses, the way she thinks, the chamatkara she brings. I mean, all levels of poetry of hers are very of high level. And then she starts, whenever she writes the Samskrita verse, she uses that second letter prasa. I said, what is this, Bhagini? She said, it is there in Kannada. So when I write in Samskritam also, I indulge in that activity. So obviously they also start indulging into breaking up the yati and all. I mean, she didn't do it, but I'm saying there is a possibility when this element comes, then the other elements also might come. So we have to be careful. I don't say we should just close our eyes and go ahead, but usually it is so. This is a point I just wanted to make, because we have the local languages, we have our mother tongues, and Samskrit as two different places. And the same thing, like the same Shardula Vikridita might have the wrong breakings according to Sanskrit in Telugu, but in Telugu it will be okay, right? So it will be like, usually we have this kind of, like when the number of letters is complete, the whatever the 14 letters, the 16 letters, the 15 letters. So you, as you see, there are different lengths, okay? Lolal lavanga lavali valayani kunja. This is Vasanta Tilaka. Upodharagapya bala madenasa. I think this is like Upendra Vajra or Syadendra Vajra. Yes, that only. Indra Vajra. Upendra Vajra, something, both of one of them. Asthin, yasthin, yajinam, ajinam, bhasma, bhasmendurindu. So this is Shikharini. Okay. Shiva Shaktya Yukto or that or no, not that, not that. Mandakranta, I think, yeah. Asthin, asthin, yajinam, ajinam. Yeah, this is where we identify Mandakranta. So Mandakranta will have this in between Laghus, all Laghus will come. Okay. 6 letters Laghus will come. That is Mandakranta. So they are all different vrittas. So how the lengths are varying and how they have put the pada by pada representation. Usually this is how we find the padyas in the printed books. And this is one more. Okay, the Bhartrhari Niti Shatakam of with Russian translation and all. So this was like, this is printed by one of my known persons, one of my Sanskrit brothers. So he got it printed from the old book reprint. Okay. So see how they have arranged. So sometimes they might differentiate between the second line and the fourth line by leaving some space. Sometimes more tab space is just to tell that this is first pada, this is second pada, then third pada again is equal to the first pada and the second pada equals the fourth pada and so on. Okay. So they might also print in this way. Okay, but the 4 lines will be different. Anyhow, they will print 4 lines will be different. So if you observe the page, it doesn't allow. See, after Stuvantu, Lakshmi, they will not write beside the Stuvantu. It will not allow. The page size will not allow. Okay, nobody will print a padya in a continuous sentence manner. Right. Then we had that. I just said that we will have a 4 criteria for gurus and laghus. I am going to show you that. When it is a laghu, what happens? If a plain or conjunct letter is hraswa and no conjunct is followed, then it is a laghu. Okay. So deciding dirgha, guru is very easy. But deciding laghu is different because we have to check the next letter always. So if a plain or a conjunct letter with hraswa, okay, and there is no conjunct letter above in the ahead, okay, ahead of it, then it is a laghu. So when is it a guru? If a letter is hraswa and is followed by a conjunct, then it is a guru. A hraswa also becomes a guru. Then if a hraswa letter is in padanta, then it's optional, it's a guru. Okay. If a plain or conjunct letter is dirgha, then it's a guru. If a plain or conjunct letter is a diphthong, then it's a guru. If a plain or conjunct letter is anuswara, has an anuswara, it is guru. If it has a visarga, it's a guru. So this is the criteria for guru and laghu. Okay. So this is more important. All the other dirghas you will just manage very easily. Sanuswara, Sanyoga Purva, Savisarga, okay, Padanta. All these are very easy. Very easy. All the dirghaksharas. We should just know which are the dirghaksharas. That's the A, E, U, R, A, I, O, Au, Aha. But that's all. Okay. Then the next point. I hope you are following. I hope there is no issue until now. If there is, if in case any doubts you have, you can please ask. You can stop me in the midway also and you can ask. Then the 5th point, what we do is we divide all the aksharas into 3-fold sets, the ganas. Now we have written separately as I showed you with gaps the other day. Okay, with gaps we will write. I didn't mention that in my points. Okay, excuse me for that. I'll add it. I'll just write down this point. Okay, gaps. Okay, write the letters with gaps and then divide into the 3-fold sets. Where less than 3 letters remain, stop dividing. Obviously, you don't have any place more to put that the line. Identify the respective gana names from the list. So depend upon that. Sarva Guru is Magana, Sarva Laghu is Nagana. Then Adi Laghu, Adi Guru, Madhya Laghu, all that are there. So we will identify all the gana names. We will have that either all the ganas with their I, U, or U, I, U, all that kind of representations. That equal to ma, this equal to ta, this equal to ta, like that. Or we have that Yamata Rajabhanasa Sutra. Okay. So the list of the ganas are like this: Yamata, Matara, Taraja. So you can either ways do it. Either do by Yamata or do by this gurtu, what you call as the symbol. Okay, the symbolic representation also can help you. So UUI is ta, UIU is ra, like that also you can remember, no problem. Okay, any mnemonic techniques will help you remember it, but Yamata Rajabhanasa will not fail you. Okay, at any point of time. Then write the pattern or order of Ganas noticed as a separate line below. Okay, so the separate line. Okay. So this pattern you just what Ganas we get, write it like below that. Like when you divide, when you mark Laghus and Gurus, and you put 3, and then you identify it, you start writing below it. Okay, I will show with an example also. First we'll see the steps and then we'll see the example. Take a reference book for identifying the Vrutta. Now here starts what is not in your hands. Until here everything is in your hands, you will do it perfectly right. Once you do it perfectly right, then only this book will help you. Whatever, if you go wrong in one or the other places here, then you might not find these books very helpful. So there is a Kale, M.R. Kale, that what I told you, that higher Sanskrit grammar book with a prosody appendix. Okay, so that one. Or there is an Apte also. Apte book is also there. It is totally digitized and cleaned and put on the website. So you can use it with closed eyes. Okay, right. Then we take Kale, open the Samavritta section. Okay. Then check the section of the respective number of aksharas. So we have counted the number of aksharas and written it there. And we all also identified the Ganas. Okay. Then compare the Gana sequence noted down for the first pada with those existing in the reference. So now we see the Gana structure, what we have written. And if Kale's that particular, because Kale's book has got all these vrittas given as the enlistment, like each one by one he defines the what you call as, he gives the definition and the example and the series of ganas, all that he gives very beautifully. Okay, so with that we either take I take the rhythm, okay, because I don't like note the ganas, but I just read the line which I have the example. I just starting reading the lines, and whichever rhythm matches, I just take it up and then confirm with the number of letters and go ahead. Again, 1 or 2, I check the Guru or Laghu. If it matches, I just go ahead. But you can do it at a later point. For now, you have to see the whole line, whole sequence of ganas, whole things, etc. Okay. So compare the whole first pada first, okay, with that where it matches the gana sequence and all. Okay. So then pick the sequence of the ganas that matches with the pattern of your sequence. You have one sequence, Kale has one sequence given, match. Okay, tabhaja jagaugaha. So tabhaja jagaga. That is what you got in your analysis, and that matches with the Kale's Vasanta Tilaka. Then you just pick it up there. Study the example given in the reference and compare the first line. Okay, so Kale happens to give lot of like examples, lot of each for one vritta he gives one example. So you just pick up the example and you just compare with your whatever you have you are working with. Okay, compare the first line. Read and test the first lines of both the reference verse and your words. Then that will just complete finalize the vrittanam. So just cross check. This last step is only to make sure that don't go wrong. So cross check the reading of the second part of the confirmation, double confirmation. Okay, single confirmation happens by then double confirmation. Read the second pada also, then you are sure. Okay, if the same applies and works out, we are successful. Okay, so if the first pada and the second pada are matching and the gana structure is also matching, then that is your vritta that you are working. Carry on the same steps for any vritta. Okay, this is the outer idea how you are working. This is the stepwise manner how you work with vrittas. Now we will do a direct, we will take an example verse and then we will do all this analysis. So let us take each step and put it on, apply on to our example. We will work out an example directly here. So we will take the Prasahya Mani Mudharet, the same verse we will take. Okay, we can take, for example, Yakundendu also, anything we can take. So we just write it on the Devanagari on the page of. So this is the Padya we have got. So we write the first pada with a. Oh, I didn't put it here. Okay. Count the number of aksharas. Okay, read out the pada carefully. The first pada, please read out carefully. So prasahya manimo dharen makarava tradamstrantarat. Okay, this is our line. Now we will write the count the number of aksharas in one pada by writing them separately or just putting the pen dot. Okay, pen is very helpful in this, putting each akshara with one dot and count the dots. That also we can do. And because sometimes you get confused where the akshara has ended and all such things. That's why English, because we go by English script now, it is not very convenient for me. So whenever I do it, I miss out the number because of some not counting the A or missing out something in between. So I might go wrong. So that's why I make sure that I use Devanagari for this reason. So prasahya 1, 2, 3, ma, ni, mu, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
17 are there.
17. Okay, 17 letters. Yeah, thank you. Will you do it, Bhagini? Are you interested? Then please go ahead. Okay. Then mark the gurus and laghus. So you can tell me which is guru, which is laghu here, and we will match it. You can see.
Okay. So pra, which is guru, and laghu we have to mark, no? So I'll call out all the laghus first.
No. Go by order. Go by sequence.
Oh,
One
okay.
by one. No skipping at all. Each letter you have to mark laghu and guru.
Okay. So pra is guru.
Yes.
Sa is
Guru na.
lag.
What
Pra
was
actually is in my mind it is laghu, but I get confused. We said tooth, conjunct, and all that. How do we say that? Not applicable here. Pra.
So what is the next letter? Next letter is a non-conjunct.
Non-conjuncts. Therefore, it is a laghu.
It is a laghu. Yeah.
Okay. So laghu. No. Laghu, guru, laghu.
No, laghu. After that, this is guru. Okay. After that, then this is
Laghu.
laghu. Okay.
Then again laghu, guru. Guru. And this becomes laghu.
Correct.
Guru. Now this guru is, what should I say? Laghu?
Yes, laghu, because it is decided by the vowel on it. What is the vowel upon it?
Vowel upon it.
Is a hrasva.
Yeah.
That's why it's the laghu.
Okay, correct. So laghu, then again laghu. No, sorry, guru. It was vaktra.
Yeah.
So it is a guru again, vaktra. How do you pronounce it? Vaktra, no?
Katra. Yeah. Katara together. Katra.
So it's akaranta, should we say, or it's therefore it's a laghu.
Correct.
Laghu. Then damstrantarat. So dam is there. Therefore, guru.
Yes.
Guru, and again guru, because stra is a dirgham. Guru. Then again laghu, and again guru.
Correct. Very good. Nice, Bhagini. Correct. So this is what I have marked here. Okay. All these, like blues are all laghus and pinks are all gurus. Okay. That is how I have marked. Then we got to divide into 3-fold sets. Now we will put each line and then we will put this thing. Okay. So we are less than 3 letters remain, stop dividing. So we have done both here. Prasahya, Manimu, Dharenma, Karava, Tradashtra, Tarat. So what happens is we usually feel very pained. Oh, we are breaking words differently. The meaning is distorted. Don't go by meaning. We have nothing to do with meaning at all. Except for if you want to check if something is wrong and this is missing, then you wanted to check if there is any akshara dosha in case, then you work with meaning. Okay, so what should have been there? Maybe it is in the ma in the place of sa, something like that happened. Okay, like for that you will check the meaning. Otherwise, if we assuming that the given line from the verse is completely error-free, we are working with it. Okay, if there is an error, then we go for meaning. Otherwise, don't just worry about meaning at this stage because we are working with the purely the sound systems, not the meaning systems. Okay. So this is how we have put the three letters divided into with these lines in between. Then identify the respective Gana names. Okay. So I didn't write I should have put the letters also here. So below that, Prasahya, Manimu, Dharenma, Karava, Tradamshtrantarat. So this is how we have put the Ganas here. So we just identify the Jabhana, okay, Salagaha, Jabhana, Salagaha, Yamata, then Ga, okay, Laga. Okay, that is how the pattern has come up. Okay, so I just made a song out of it. Okay, even if we sing the Ganas together, it will give the effect of the Vritta. When I was preparing this course, it just occurred to me that I should sing it for the students so that they get that experience. Like, see, Jabhana Salaga, Yamata Laga. Okay, instead of telling Jasa Yalaga, if you say Jabhana Salaga, then you can make a song out of it. Okay, all the Vrittas, if you will write this way, their Ganas opened, they will give you the whole experience of that whole Vritta. Okay, so this is how it goes. Then after noting the Ganas, what we do is take the reference book from identifying the Vritta. We take Kale, open the Samavritta section, go to 17 letter section. I will show you it in a short time. I didn't keep it open, just I will open it. Then compare the Gana sequence noted down for the first pada with those existing in the reference. Pick up the sequence, this one. Then you will find the following, carry on the next steps and close. Okay. So we find it in as Prithvi. Let us see how it goes. I'll open that book for you. Okay. Just give me some time. Just colon. Okay, it is there in this. Colon. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah. Okay, I'll do it along with you. Why should I? 1 second. Just stop share and I'll take the new share. Then I will open this. So this is the Colon website. Okay. IITS colon Digital Sanskrit Dictionaries. Okay. It's a very pet website for me. Then I go to this miscellany Kale Higher Sanskrit Grammar 1894. Just I clicked it. It's a scanned book. Then here this page appears like this. Just scroll it, go to the last option, appendix of the prosody. Then another small index comes below. Okay, it doesn't move. So what is our number of letters? Our number of letters is 17. So we go to 17 syllables. Then this page occurs. This is a scanned book. Okay, which is digitized for our usage. So we will see meters with 17 syllables in a quarter. So all are 17 syllables only. Let us see how many such verses are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. Okay, 6 verses. Okay. So let us first check. So this is na, ja, bha, ja, la, ga. This is not ours. Okay. Ja, sa, ya, la, ga. Does it match? Jasau jasayala vasu grahayatishcha prithvi guru. Does it match? So what we should do, what are our steps? Take a reference book for identifying the Vritta. Open the Samavritta section. Go to 17 letter section. We did that. Compare the Gana sequence. We did that. Okay. The first pada in the reference and pick up the sequence. You will find the following. Okay. So here we find that it is the Prithvi. Okay, so we identify the name and we read it. Duranta Danujeshwara Prakara Dustha Prithvi Bharam. Oh, confirm. Okay, so it is matching with our first pada. Okay, so now we will come to this, our own lesson page. So this is what we come Prithvi 8-9. What is 8-9? We all know. Okay. Jasau jasayala vasu grahayatishcha vradve guru is the definition. Then Vasu Graha. We will come to know about this in the tomorrow's next class, okay, Monday class. So sequence of Ganas is, this is the information given in Kale, okay. So Jasa, Jasa, Yalaga. Sequence of Ganas. Example, Duranta Dhanuyeshwara. This is what he has, the whole verse he has given. I didn't give it here. So this is how the book has given about the meter. Now we understand it's a Prithvi. The Yati places are 8, 9. Just let us see. Ja, Sau, Ja, Sa, Ya, La, Vasu. Okay, till Vasu is the 8th letter. Okay, Graha, Ya, Tisha, Prithvi, Guru. 9th letter is the Padanta. Okay, so here, Duranta Dhanujeshwara. So Duranta Dhanujeshwara. There one yati is coming. Then Prakara Dustha Prithvi Bharam. Okay. So it is matching. So this Vritta we understand. Oh, so this is this. Fine. Thank you. Right. So some other points. This is all for non-shloka only. So we are not working with shloka at all. Because shloka, I told Abhasamavritta, I told Vishamavritta, but nothing is matching. So I'll just have to remove these words from here. Okay. Additionally, note the places of yati in the reference to complete the comparison. We compared it. Okay. Prasakyam. Prasahyamani dharen makara. So dharen. So there dhare till there yati is there. So on the re yati is there. Makara. Ma will again start with the new block. Okay. New block of the same line. Usually, verse is already divided into separate lines in printed text or typed text. I have told this to you. If not divided, then count all the aksharas and divide by 4. If it's a samavritta, then it will work. Okay, if the it will not be needed for you. It's a very funny thing that we have to do it. Imagine something is written in one train. One big train line is there. You have to cut short it into bogies of 72 seats of the second class. Okay. So there are like second class dabbas are all mixed. So we have to S1, S2, S3, we have to make it depending upon each 72 seats divided. Then imagine. Huh? So how it will be? It is not practical. You don't have to do it just for fun. I have just put it. Okay, need not. So if you have that, like yesterday, Bhrata was asking, it's 32 letters. Okay, if you have any all 32 written in one go, then how will you identify a pada? Then divide by 4. 32 by 4. So 4 8s are 32. So 8 letters will come. So each 8 is one pada. So identify by the first 8 letters as one pada, next set of 8 letters as the second pada, and so on. Okay. We are not covering the Arya Vritta because it is falling under Matra Vritta. Arya is very beautiful, but we are not doing it. To confirm the correctness, please repeat all the steps once again. If anyway, this is like mathematics only, as I told you. Any time you have something, oh, here there should have been a guru, but it shows a Laghu. Either it must be a printing mistake or you must have counted wrongly. Okay, so please repeat the steps wherever you have doubt. Some other point. Okay, so when the counting goes wrong, then what to do? Sometimes the counting also might go wrong. Sometimes Vrittas have more than one name. This is also one more confusing thing. One book gives it as what is that? That one we had, na Matta Kokila, and its name was Charchari, Matta Kokila. So all like 5 names for same Vritta. They have more than like 2 names, 3 names, 4 names also sometimes. So they might differ in some reference books. Kale works for all. Samanya Vrittas are all covered by Kale. If there are any rare Vrittas, they are not found in Kale. Then we have to go for the Vrittaratnakara, or more like the books which deal with these Chandas more deeply, because in Kale it is only some part as an appendix that he has given this information. But in Vrittaratnakara, etc., that is a book on Chandas, so he'll cover more extensively. So it's not a mistake if you cannot find the Vritta that you need. Maybe that book hasn't covered it. It may be just that Kale Aptelis lacks that Vritta. Then we have other exhaustive lists, okay, so where we can check. Okay, so this completes our today's lesson. Okay, but still I am not completing it right here. I want to work out one more Vritta right here, okay, with all these details. we will work out we will see how it helps you. I'll give you one vritta here, okay? Then we will work out. Okay, let us take the same one. 1 second. I just which we had in this, so we can work with so that I can show you on the screen. Okay, so please work with this. Asthenia, asthenia. So please write down the first line and start working out the steps. Are you there, Bhagini?
Yeah, I'm there. So Asthi, that one, no?
Yes, this one.
Yes. So first we should divide into Guru, Lagu, all that, no?
Yeah, count the number of letters first. So I'll show you the steps. Okay.
7, 8, 9,
Write
10.
the first pada on a paper in Devanagari, read aloud. Then count the number of aksharas in one pada. Then mark gurus and laghus based on the criteria. Okay.
Get a pen. Yeah, my first step is only over because just now I wrote it. 17 are there. This is all the 17 one only, no, which you have shown.
No, all are not 17. So I showed you the 17 one, but that's Prithvi. This is different.
Okay.
Asthenya, asthenya, jinama, jinam, bhasma, bhasmendurindu. 15, 16, 17. Yes, correct.
So now what to do? Sthi. Now we'll put the lines after three ganas, convert them to ganas.
Yeah.
Asme to Dindu. So last two Dindus left. 15 plus 2, 17.
Correct.
What's the next step? Can you show the step once?
Yes. So we decide what is Guru Laghu, and after that divide all the aksharas into 3-fold sets. Where less than 3, stop. Identify the respective Gana names from the list. So the list is here.
God, this looks now complex. It looks suddenly, it looks Asthi. Okay, this is Lagu, Guru, Tana, na, 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 Tana, na, 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 na. I can't identify with half the line. No, this cannot be taken. Na, 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 Guru, na, na, na. So, na, 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 na. Ta na 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 na.
No, we don't work with Tanana at all here. We are directly taking the Gana names. So did you put these marks against the letters? I,
Oh
U, and all that? Did you put the marks?
no, I put L and G, but it's okay. Huh? I'll put. Okay.
So because I didn't write in LNG, so you can identify which Gana. Gana names are very important.
Acha.
So please divide into 3 sets. After putting the marking the Lagu and Guru, divide each, like after every third letter, please put a line.
Yeah, so that I've done.
Now what is the first Gana?
So the first place is not adequate. Madhya Guru.
No?
No?
How can it be Madhya Guru? Please see this.
Asthenya.
What is A?
Huh?
What
What
is
is?
A?
Oh.
Yes.
Therefore, the starting itself mistake.
Yes.
Okay.
Happens a lot.
First itself is Guru, huh?
Yes.
Asthenya. Therefore, Guru is there. So, Antya Lagu.
No? Antya is also not Lagu.
Because again, Sthi is coming.
Yes.
Oh. So, all Guru, Sarva Guru. Okay. So, we have to really have eye for detail. The next Akshara is important.
Important.
Okay, so Sarva Guru. Again, Guru, Laghu. Next Gana. Guru, Laghu.
No Guru. Next Gana is Guru, Lagu. Correct. After that,
Guru,
I've also worked. That's why.
Okay. Guru, Laghu. Then I've said Namaji, no, that one. So Laghu. Okay, Sarva Guru, what is that called? Adi Guru,
Yes.
then Sarva Laghu,
Correct.
then again Adi Guru.
No.
No, I have to read again carefully. Na Bhasma, no.
Nam Bhasma Bhagini. Nam.
Correct. Guru, Laghu.
Correct.
Guru, Laghu.
So that's Antya Lagu. Okay, what is one we will define with that. The singled out one is Lagu and it is in the end. So it's Antya Lagu.
Antya Laghu, right? Antya Laghu. Then Bhasmendu. So again, Guru, Laghu.
Correct.
So Antya Laghu. So two Antya Laghus.
Yes.
Two Antya Laghus. And the last two are Tindu, therefore Guru Laghu.
Not Lagu. Padanta. See the next letter, please.
Guru Laghu, I'm saying.
Not Lagu.
Oh, Padanta. Do next line.
Two
Guru, Guru.
criteria. One is Padanta, that's why it's a Guru. The second is the next letter is a conjunct letter.
Therefore, Guru, Guru.
Guru. Okay. So we got the Gana names. So what is Sarva Guru? Ma. What is Adi Guru? Bha. What is Sarva Laghu? Na. What is Antya Laghu? Ta. Antya Laghu? Ta. Ga. Ga. This is what we get. Ma, bha, na, ta, ta, ga, ga. Okay. Agree?
Gana, ta.
Ta, ta, not ta, not ta. There is
Ta,
ta.
ga, ga. Correct. Ma, gana, ta, ga, ga.
Right. Now go back to our Kale. We will get with that again. We did not change the page because we're already in the 17 syllables. Okay. So 17 syllables. Let us see the first one. When match. Ma, bha, na, ta, ta, ga, ga. It is not there here. Let us go to the next page. Ma, bha, na, ta, ta, ga, ga. It's not there here. It says there here. Ma, bha, na, ta, ta, ga, ga. There we go. So we got our Mandakranta. Okay. So this is Mandakranta. But we will not feel happy. We will check our line and this line. So I will read out the line from this one. Lesson this one. Asthin yasthin yajinam ajinam bhasma bhasmendurindu. Okay, let us see here. Premalapai priyavitaranai prinita linganadyai. Does it match? It matches. Again, I asked you to check the second line also. Mandakranta tadanu niyatam vashyamate tibala. Here our second line. Ganga gango ragavu raga idyakula sambramena. So it seems like it is matching.
Mandakranta.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one which is used for complex shlokas. Slowly.
Yeah.
Kranta.
Yes. That Kalidasa's Abhijnan. No, man. That. Oh, no, not Shakuntalam. I told na that Dutam, the Meghadutam.
Meghadutam.
Meghadutam. Yeah. That is. Kaschit Kanta Viraha Guruna Swadhikarat Pramattah. That one. So this is how we have to work with the verses. I let you know one thing. Going wrong is very good part of learning because I also went wrong. Everybody goes wrong when they are doing it for the in the initial stages. Everybody misses that the next letter Sanyukta and some people get confused by if it is Samyukta, they go like, oh, it's a Guru. No, Samyoga Purvaha Guru, not Sanyoga Akshara. If the Sanyoga is there and it's a Rasvakshara, then it's a Laghu only. So we miss all these points. Getting accustomed to this, it's not as easy as telling the theory and listening to the theory. This is the first caution note. Second caution note is we don't have all the resources very exhaustive in our internets or in the books everywhere. So when we don't get the name of the vrittas, we should not feel very dejected or we did something wrong, etc. We can always check with the elder people or some more books or some more sources, etc. Okay. This is the second thing. Third thing is also it has nothing to do with meaning, so it's not going to give you any beauty sense. This Chandas enjoyment is only for those who enjoy mathematics, who enjoy the numbers, who enjoy the sizes, okay, the physical qualities of a padya. This has nothing to do with rasa at all. Only that when the music is added and when the singability is brought and applied on the Chandas, it becomes the rasatmaka. Okay, like that. Prasashya mani muddhare makaravakradamshrantarat. So when you are going like this, then it gives the Prasashya mani muddhare makaravakradamshrantarat. And there is no rasa at all. So this is the third caution point where you don't get any kind of like when we read Sahitya, said, oh, you know what happened when Valmiki went there and he said that shloka, then he was stricken with grief and all this happened. When I tell that story, you feel very rasatmaka, oh, so beautiful. But in Chandas, you don't have any rasa. Believe me, it's very dry. Okay. But when you go to the rhythm and you'll crack that chord like feeling. Some people feel very happy when they crack the codes and they are very like that magic squares and all that. They work a lot with it, so they feel happy. Such kind of people will be like Chandas will be appealing for them. Okay. And then for the fourth, it's not a caution note, but it's a very helpful tool for musicians, for the singers, general singers, the composers of poems, songs, etc. And the Vagyakaras, like they sing their own ragas and they sing their own, they compose their own music, etc. For them, it's very, very useful. Believe me, without it, you're not going to work. So I will tell you one more direction point where one of my very good professors, like I knew him through some, he's not my professor directly, but he's a very learned man in the Sahitya and in the this one. So he gave like Jagannatha sir, Professor S. Jagannatha. So what he did is he told us, he directed us to write. If you want to develop writing skills in the Chandas part time, I want to write particular Chandases more, or I want to try new Chandases, how to write. Then he said, just replace, go on replacing these letters, either meaningful or non-meaningful. Like upodha is there, make u as ku, okay, ku, make po as sho, kusho sa, kusho sa, like ra in place of that put ya, kusho sa ya, then ga, make it ma, kusho sa ya ma, like that, whatever, like just go on replacing those letters with the apt sounds. Okay, the same length sounds. If there is a letter before conjunct, make it a hrasva. You can just interchange that. If letter before conjunct is a hrasva, it's a guru, but you can use a hrasva and use the next letter as dirgha. That also you can, no, this letter as dirgha you can make, okay? You can also replace it with dirgha, okay, and manage with the next letter, whatever it's dirgha is dirgha and hrasva is a hrasva conjunct, that you can keep it as it is. You can just play with that. I mean, Sanyoga Purva Hrasva is a guru, but a dirgha is also a guru. So you can replace that way. Like for example, Upodha Raga Pyabala. So the pya is there. So raga. Okay, here it's not the correct. Manyu. Here this is the correct example. So madena sa manyu rasena yojita. Manyu. So instead of that, you can put manu rasena. Then it will not change. Manu also, if you will put, okay, manyu will be wrong, I think. Manyu will be correct, but manyu will be wrong. So you can put manu. Okay, you have to remove the sanyogatva of the next letter. If you make it a dirgha, madena sa manyu rasena. You can make it manyu also, but it's changing. Why? Because it's a guru only. The next one is a laghu. Then why is it affecting? Nayojitatmana. See, madena sa nayojitatmana. See. Here also there's a guru only, like dirgha guru. Okay, mana, but the next letter became the non-conjunct. Maybe it affects, I don't know. So I can't give you this advice. I take it back. So, but you can always replace the letters and learn. Then slowly you can write a okay. But one again a caution: no, don't write without knowing Samskritam in Sanskrit poetry, because some people say it's a really like unfortunate thing, but I really get a laugh when I compare it with other thing to make myself like. Actually, I get very angry. People say, I don't know Sanskrit, but I have written this song. Can you please check it? I want to ask them in the same note. Sorry, I don't know Chinese, but I have written some Chinese song. Can you please check it? Can I go and ask a Chinese person the same question? Okay. So this is the situation in Samskritam. Samskritam has become so cheap that people think they can write poetry, they can write shlokas, they can write whatever they want to in Samskritam, even without knowing the sa of it, even without knowing the vibhaktis, the grammatical elements in the language, or the aesthetic elements, or the keep apart. I mean, it's far. Aesthetics is very far away. They don't even know the basic grammar part. Okay, where which vibhakti should be used, which is Strilinga, which is Pumlinga, what vachana is what word. Without knowing it, they start writing. But please don't do it. You can try these in your mother tongue also. You can pick up Mandakranta and write a beautiful mother tongue poetry, okay? Because you know your mother tongue very well. The only thing is the tool. This Chandas becomes this Vritta becomes a tool for you. So you can try out this thing, okay? So this is how we work out the counting, which I have promised to you in the initial classes. I have told you today. Okay, so here we complete the class. Let me just do the revision, what we did today. So after completing the previous classes revision, we went to the stepwise analysis of like how to do a Samavritta counting. We first discussed the steps dryly, then we discuss the criteria of a Guru and Laghu. Thanks to my very good Sanskrit brother who has helped me. We both sat for 2 hours one day, and then to see, he gave me a concept of writing a criteria. For that, I thank him. Previously, initially, I used to work out these steps by myself, but I didn't know how to document it, how to put it in writing myself. So he just prompted me, he just guided me how to write the steps and all. So how do you decide? How do you count? What he tried to understand, though he didn't know it. He discussed with me, and then we brought out these steps ourselves. So thanks a lot to him. Okay. Then we just discussed all the Gana names and all, how to write in the other steps also. Then we saw that there is one reference source for these and how to go and see it. Then we directly went into a Vritta. We picked up a Padya. Then we discussed all these steps practically upon it. And after that, we also did one Padya randomly, which happened to be Mandakranta. Okay, first out we worked out the Prithvi, then we worked out Mandakranta, then we saw some other points. After that, I added some more points in my vocally without writing also. I have gave you the points. So if you have any doubts, you are welcome to ask.
No, madam, wonderful presentation. Like I said, I have to read. First of all, if we read only, writings in Sanskrit is very far off. But we have to at least read, and you have taught us at least how to read, and that there are so many aspects. So that's itself very interesting for me at this stage.
Thank you. It will take time. It will take time. You have to work with it. It will take time, but you can also work in it. Some old book is there. You can write on the printed book, right? Or you can just get a photocopy of it and just you can work. If you cannot write, then get a printout of it or a photocopy of it. Then put all dots and all work on that. You can work that way also. Okay, that will save some time for you. Oh, people used to spoil the books like anything. We see whenever they learn Chandas, we will see all the books full of that I and S and all I and U, whatever marks. They'll just spoil the books like anything. Okay, but it's okay. In learning, we have to spoil some books. Without that, we can't learn. Well, so this is a very interesting experience ahead. Please work with it. Don't forget these points. They are very crucial points in your further journey with Sanskrit poetry and vrittas. Okay. So with this note, I close the class with a prarthana. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सर्वं श्रीरामार्पणमस्तु नमो नमः शुभमस्तु. So we'll close this. The last session will be on Monday. Okay, Monday evening we will meet and we will close this Chandas series. Till then, namaste. And I wish you a very happy
Namaste.
Deepavali.
Thank you. Wish you the same. Okay, I'll leave the meeting.